Marvel is filled with some of the most iconic weapons in comic book history. Everyone knows Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer, but those are just the beginning. Across the Marvel universe, there are weapons with enough power to destroy planets, defeat gods, and even reshape reality itself. Today we're ranking the strongest weapons in the Marvel universe, from legendary hammers and cursed swords to artifacts capable of wiping out entire universes. These are the weapons that stand above all the rest, and the closer we get to number 1, the more unbelievable their power becomes. Starting off at number 10, we have the Crimson Gem of Cyttorak. Unlike most weapons on this list, this is not something you hold in your hand. Instead, it becomes part of its user and completely transforms them from the inside out. The gem is the source of the Juggernaut's incredible power, turning an ordinary person into a force that is almost impossible to stop. Once its power is fully unleashed, the user becomes far stronger than any normal human could ever hope to be. What makes the Crimson Gem truly terrifying is that it grants unstoppable momentum. Once Juggernaut starts moving, almost nothing in the Marvel Universe has been able to stop him. Heroes like Thor and the Hulk have tried, but even they struggle against its power. The gem is also connected to the powerful deity Cyttorak, who represents unstoppable force itself. That's why this is far more than just a magical artifact. It turns its user into a living force of nature, earning its place among Marvel's strongest weapons. Next up at number 9, we have Gungnir, the legendary spear of Odin. This is not just another powerful weapon. It's the personal spear of the Allfather, and one of the greatest treasures in Asgard. Gungnir is famous because it never misses its target once it's been thrown. It was created to perfectly follow Odin's will, making every attack almost impossible to avoid. Over the years, Odin carried Gungnir through battles that shaped entire worlds. The spear channels the full power of the Allfather, allowing him to unleash incredible cosmic energy while ruling over the 9 realms. In the hands of anyone else, it would still be an unbelievably powerful weapon, but in Odin's hands, it became a symbol of his authority and strength. That incredible history and power easily earned Gungnir the number 9 spot. Moving up to number 8, we have the Ebony Blade, the legendary sword of the Black Knight. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary sword, but its true power is much darker. Every time it draws blood, the blade absorbs that power and becomes even stronger. There's no known limit to how much strength it can gain, making it more dangerous with every battle its user survives. The biggest downside is the curse hidden inside the blade. As it grows stronger, it slowly fills its user with anger and violence, making it harder to control their actions. Over time, the sword begins to influence the person holding it, turning them into someone willing to kill without hesitation. It's even cut through powerful magical defenses that stop most other weapons. That deadly mix of incredible power and a dangerous curse is exactly why the Ebony Blade ranks among Marvel's strongest weapons. At number 7, we have the Eye of Agamotto, the pendant Doctor Strange wore around his neck for years before anyone understood what it was actually capable of. In its early days, Strange used it to see through illusions, uncover hidden secrets, and understand magic that stumped every other sorcerer alive. That alone made it one of the most powerful magical tools in Marvel. Then the Time Stone inside it woke up and everything changed. It let Strange rewind time during his battle with Dormammu, trap them both inside an endless loop, and run over 14 million simulations of a single battle in seconds just to find the one outcome that didn't end in total disaster. Controlling time doesn't change a fight. It changes what's possible inside a fight, letting the user undo mistakes and see outcomes before they happen. When you already know what's coming, you're never really playing catch-up. That kind of advantage doesn't belong in the same conversation as ordinary weapons, which is exactly why the Eye of Agamotto earns its spot here. Up next at number 6, we have Mjolnir, probably the most recognized weapon in the entire Marvel universe. It looks like a short, stubby hammer that wouldn't impress anyone at first glance. What it actually does is a completely different story. Mjolnir channels lightning powerful enough to reshape entire battlefields, summons storms that stretch across continents, and always returns to its owner's hand no matter how far it gets thrown. But the detail that separates it from everything else on this list is the worthiness enchantment Odin placed on it. Nobody lifts Mjolnir by being strong enough. They lift it by being worthy, a condition so strict that some of the most powerful beings in Marvel history have tried and walked away empty-handed. Thor, Steve Rogers, and a small handful of others across all of Marvel have ever cleared that bar. A weapon that judges its own users and decides who deserves to hold it isn't just powerful, it's selective in a way that makes it almost feel alive. And that combination of raw destructive force and impossible standards is what keeps Mjolnir iconic no matter how many years pass. Coming in at number 5, we have the Cosmic Cube, also known as the Tesseract. Most weapons on this list destroy things. The Cosmic Cube does something far more unsettling than that. It grants wishes, and not in a small way. Whatever the person holding it wants badly enough, the cube can make real, rewriting the laws of physics and bending reality itself to match whatever picture exists in the user's mind. Hydra wanted it to build weapons capable of leveling cities. Thanos wanted it to reshape the universe entirely. Red Skull spent years chasing it because he understood that the person holding a cosmic cube doesn't need an army, they just need an idea. The cube has changed hands more times than almost any other artifact on this list, passed between governments, villains, and cosmic beings who all recognize the same thing. Owning it means owning the rules everyone else has to follow. It doesn't have a blade or a trigger. It has something rarer than both of those things combined: the ability to make the impossible feel ordinary. In the wrong hands, that's not just dangerous, it's the kind of power that makes every other weapon on this list feel like it's operating with a ceiling the Cosmic Cube simply doesn't have. At number 4, we have the Necrosword, also known as All-Black. This was the very first weapon ever created in the Marvel Universe, making it older than the gods themselves. It was forged by Null, the ancient god of the symbiotes, who created it from pure darkness before the universe had fully taken shape. That alone makes this weapon unlike anything else on this list. It isn't just ancient, it existed before almost everything else in creation. The Necrosword was powerful enough to kill Celestials, massive cosmic beings whose power is beyond imagination. It can also spread living darkness, corrupt anyone who touches it, and drain the power of the gods. Entire civilizations have fallen because of this blade, and even the strongest beings fear its power. A weapon that existed before the gods and was built to kill them deserves to stand near the very top of this ranking. That's exactly why the Necrosword earns the number 4 spot. Up next at number 3, we have Stormbreaker, the legendary axe forged by Thor. While many people compare it to Mjolnir, Stormbreaker was created to be even stronger. It was forged after Thor lost his hammer, and was built to face threats that Mjolnir could no longer overcome. Besides giving Thor control over lightning and allowing him to travel across the universe, it delivers some of the strongest attacks ever seen in Marvel. Stormbreaker proved its true power during Thor's battle against Thanos. Even with all 6 Infinity Stones inside the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos could not completely stop the axe. Stormbreaker pushed through the combined power of every Infinity Stone and struck him directly in the chest. Very few weapons could accomplish something like that. A weapon capable of injuring one of the strongest beings in the universe while he held the Infinity Gauntlet is on a completely different level. That's why Stormbreaker takes the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have the Infinity Gauntlet, easily one of the most famous weapons in Marvel history. Once all 6 Infinity Stones are placed inside it, the user gains control over reality, time, space, power, the mind, and even the soul of every living being. Each stone is already incredibly powerful on its own. Together, they create a weapon that can reshape the entire universe with a single thought. Thanos spent years collecting every Infinity Stone because he understood exactly what the completed gauntlet could do. With one snap of his fingers, he erased half of all life in the universe in an instant. No army, no hero, and no civilization could stop its power once it was activated. There are very few weapons in fiction that can match what the Infinity Gauntlet is capable of. The only reason it's not number 1 is that there is one weapon in Marvel that's even more terrifying. And finally, at number 1, we have the ultimate Nullifier, the most dangerous weapon in the entire Marvel universe. It's surprisingly small and simple, fitting comfortably in one hand. It has no blade, no hammer, and no glowing energy like the other weapons on this list. But what it can do is far more frightening than anything else. It can erase its target from existence completely, as if they had never existed in the first place. Even Galactus, one of the most powerful cosmic beings in Marvel, keeps the ultimate Nullifier hidden because he knows how dangerous it is. When Reed Richards pointed it directly at him, Galactus immediately chose to leave instead of fighting. That moment alone shows just how much respect and fear this weapon commands. A weapon capable of making even Galactus back down is in a league of its own. That's exactly why the ultimate Nullifier deserves the number 1 spot on this list.